Tonight's quick comment. The Hutari have been arrested in Michigan. Yesterday, the authorities announced they'd taken into custody a man who, after had made countless threats against a U.S. senator. Today, the FBI arrested another man for making dozens of threatening phone calls to the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. But last night, a candidate for the Republican nomination for a congressional seat in Florida said this about the Democratic incumbent to a Tea Party crowd.
Let me tell you what you got to do. You got to make the fellow scared to come out of his house. That's the only way that you're going to win. That's the only way you're going to get these people attention. You've got to put pressure on them.
That's Alan West talking about Congressman Ron Klein. We have met Mr. West before. He is the man who claimed that the Al Jazeera network, in offering to send a car to his home to pick him up for an interview, was actually trying to kidnap him. He is the man who left the U.S. military in shame after he supervised the torture of and fired a gun near the head of an Iraqi policeman in custody. Obviously, at any time, from any point of the political spectrum, West's incitement to violence is unacceptable, and he has just underscored why he and people who have endorsed him, like Sarah Palin, have forfeited their rights to serve in government for the simple reason that they are not dedicated to democracy. They are believers in mob rule. But the larger question is, why are the bullies and the delusionals and the violence fantasists crawling out of the woodwork now? It is frequently posited that this is the residue of the first decade of this century, of the violence, of the paranoia, of the torture, of the phony threat and the phony war, of the simplistic mantra of you're either with us or you're against us. So in some respects, this plague has descended upon us because we as a nation took no steps to say the answer internationally or here at home cannot just be the fundaments of torture, violence, and fear of violence. We prosecuted no one in real authority. And so an Alan West was not held up as an example of all this country stands against when he threatened to kill a policeman in Iraq. Instead, he is somehow encouraged to run for office and to threaten a congressman in Florida.